What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I did my first 1,000 miles with the new LFP 2021 Tesla Model 3 Standard Plus range. If you have a Tesla or you're thinking to buy a Tesla, then keep on watching. I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion of all the pros and cons I've experienced so far in driving my first 1,000 miles. Let's start off with the pros. Number one is gas prices, for sure. I no longer care about gas prices. I literally pass by gas stations wondering how in the world was I paying for that. My previous car was a BMW where it takes premium gas, which is the most expensive gas. I will pay $85 every 5 to 7 days, and that's when gas prices were around $4.50. Now gas prices are over $5 and have already hit $6 in some cities in California, which is totally insane. My next pro is the convenience of charging. So far, I haven't spent a dime on charging because I was able to get the free 1,000 Supercharger miles from a referral code when the program was still going on. I'm looking forward to my next Supercharger visit since now I've exhausted the full free 1,000 miles. Now I have to start paying for it, so I do wonder what that cost is going to be like, but I know it's going to be a lot more cheaper than paying for $6 per gallon gas. My primary way of charging for now will be the Superchargers until I move to another apartment. Then maybe I could look into the 220 volt charging. A friend of mine who has had his Tesla for over a year and a half now has told me that he's been using the 110 volt charging. Although it's slow, if he charges from midnight to afternoon, about 12 hours, he gets around 60 miles. And for me, generally that's more than okay. Considering if I don't use all the miles, say I use 10 miles only, then the next day it's obviously going to charge another 60, so now that's 110 miles. And since I have an LFP version, I could keep charging every night closer to 100%. The next pro is my range anxiety is actually gone. My hesitation at first of getting a Tesla was range anxiety. What if an emergency comes up, I need to be somewhere by a certain time, but I'm on low range, so what now? Well, within the 1,000 miles, I actually had 2 emergencies where I had to rush to my destination, but I was low on range. I stopped by a supercharger station and it blew me away how much range I got from just 10 to 15 minutes of charging. I literally no longer have range anxiety and I've learned to just plan ahead. So say I have a 11 a.m. music studio session and I'm low on range, well, I'll leave 30 minutes or an hour earlier and get a partial or a full charge. This works for me actually because while charging, I can eat or plan my day. Essentially, it just forces me to get tasks done while charging, which fits aligned with my time management. The next pro is the car is really fun to drive. In fact, I did my first 1,000 miles in less than a month. It's like I try to find the smallest reasons to get in the car and drive. The seats are ultra comfortable. The heated seats are probably one of the best I've ever used in a luxury car. Autopilot actually is very useful. The safety features work really well. The car has actually helped me in some cases to avoid accidents, like giving early blind spot warnings or even collision warnings. I really love how I could use my phone as a car key. The regenerative braking is just great. Literally, I'm just using the gas pedal, or better yet, we can't call it a gas pedal. I'm really only using the acceleration pedal, and hardly do I ever use the brake pedal. Just as amazing is the entertainment system, access to internet, watch movies, play games, and even make music. Being a music producer, I actually had fun using this. Here's what I did so far. I promise my beats are a lot better as I do use professional software, but I thought this was pretty cool. Another awesome feature is Sentry mode. The Dashcam is always recording while driving. In case you get in an accident, you have footage of what really happened. And another cool thing is when the car is parked, the surveillance cameras are all around. So if someone tries to break into the car, tries to key your car, or let's say a hit and run or anything that has damaged the car, more likely it would be caught on the surveillance system. My next pro actually surprised me was the minimal interior. I thought I wanted all the buttons since I wanted to be a pilot, so I thought a minimal interior would not be for me. Funny enough, now I'm trying to make everything else in my life minimal. Like for example, in my pocket, I carry a lot less. I have less keys. My wallet is now the MagSafe wallet, which attaches to my phone, and I even have a minimal working space. You could also check the video here where I talk about my minimal working space. I find that being a minimalist also meant I found things quicker and less cleaning time since you don't really have much. The next pro is software updates. It makes sense why the car is minimal. It's literally a computer on wheels. This is why Teslas appreciate in price, because the softwares make the car better, which increases the value. So I'm really looking forward to see what new features are gonna come. Some features that I'm really looking forward for are something like Apple CarPlay and maybe the ability to add apps like Waze. So we'll see what happens. The next pro are the perks and discounts you get for owning an EV. There are lots of EV and electricity discounts available, and luckily there's a lot of tax credits available. I was able to get the $1,500 credit at point of sale, and then I applied for an additional $2,000 credit, which is being held for me right now. And then also I'm contacting Edison to get EV charging rates. So that's also nice. And then also in some cities here in California, meter parking is free for EV vehicles, and you also have the ability to drive carpool lanes even though you're alone. Lastly, for me, another pro is the Tesla community. What I love about Tesla is they hold events often like Apple does when releasing new products. I love companies that are active and also want people to feel like it's a community. Now let's talk about the cons. My biggest con with Tesla is I hate how we as customers have to do our own quality control. I understand that any new car you get, you should check for damages before leaving the lot, but with a Tesla, you really have to check. It seems like right now it's all about quantity over quality. Coming from owning multiple BMWs where everything is luxury and comes perfect, this really feels like a turnoff. This is why I struggle sometimes to accept whether Tesla is really even a luxury car. The quality control issues are just crazy, and I could never expect BMW or Mercedes, although they're a lot more established, to even have problems like that. Not only that, almost all luxury car companies give you at least floor mats, no missing car parts, and at least interior lighting. Of course, I'm talking more about the Model 3, but really it doesn't matter, because even the cheapest base model of a BMW or Mercedes or Audi, whatever luxury car, they at least come with floor mats, for sure no missing car parts, and even interior lighting. My next con is software updates. But what sucks is you have to wait quite a while before you get an update. I wish Tesla would upload the software on the website and then we download it on a USB, which we then plug into a car and update from there. You have to wait for your turn as updates are released in batches. When you first buy your car, in fact, it's even worse because you have to wait a little over 3 to 4 weeks in order to get a new update. The next con, literally all models have the same features, it's just locked within the car. I'm not sure if this is smart supply chain management, unless they have a plan in the future where it allows users to unlock features for an additional cost, then that would make sense. But at the time of recording this video, you could only really upgrade to rear heated seats or full self-driving. Speaking of full self-driving, my next con is full self-driving follows the car and not the person. Paying $10,000 is literally giving it free to the next owner, unless of course you jack up your price when selling. It's nice enough that they have a subscription service of $200 a month, which basically means you don't have to cough up the full $10,000 to get full self-driving. But again, it still sucks because that is not attached to your account, but it's attached to the car. My next con is everything is expensive. Every store will jack up their price just because they see you have a Tesla. This includes car washes, tint shops, car mod shops, Tesla accessory shops, and even insurance. It blew me away when I was looking for insurance. I was quoted between $250 to $400 a month. Not to mention this includes my discounts. I've been driving since I was 16, no accidents, no tickets in over 10 years. I am also part of associations that would give me additional discounts, and it's still expensive. Luckily, Tesla saw that insurance companies were ripping off Tesla owners, so they created their own Tesla insurance. Unfortunately, it's not available in all states, but it is available in my state of California. And I got quoted between 140 and 160, which in California, if you are single and don't have anybody else on your policy or nothing else like a home, just a car, that's about reasonable. And lastly, my last con has to do with the service center. I don't like how they can't really repair all the quality control issues you may have that comes with the car. There is apparently a certain threshold that must be met for some things to be deemed material. If it's under the threshold, it's unfortunately unmaterial, and which means they're not going to fix it. This sucks because there are some things that I would have thought they'll fix, but it didn't meet the threshold, and if I really want to fix them, they said I have to pay and would not be covered under my warranty. In addition, it sucks when you send in your car. Some people would get loaners, and in maybe high impact areas, you'll only get $100 gift cards per day with Uber. Luckily for me, it was my day off before Thanksgiving, so I had no work. But if it was a work day for me, $100 would not be enough round trip for my commute. I also think it sucks you can't use $100 for Uber Eats. I needed to buy some food since I didn't have a car. I would have loved to just cater in some food, and it would not work for that. You could only use it for traveling. So what did I have to do? I had to use the voucher to go all the way to the restaurant, get my food, and then Uber all the way back. So a little bit of inconvenience there, but had I had a loaner car, this would have been a lot better. So guys, do I wish I still bought the car? Of course, yes. As of making this video, there aren't enough electric vehicles that look nice to me. Hopefully by the time I'm ready to get another car, Tesla has fixed its quality control issues, increased their range, and released nicer models. I plan to keep the car for about 2 to 3 years. So regardless, I don't think I'm going back to a gas car. I really want to stay in the electronic world for my daily car driving. The only reason, to be honest, I will think of going gas is maybe if I had a Lamborghini or some sports car. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm making a video on my first Tesla service experience. I'm also making a video on awesome accessories to buy with your Tesla to make it even look more sexier, and the best way to clean your interior and exterior of your car, and many more videos that I think you guys will find very useful. I'll see you guys on the next video, and then once again, thank you for watching.